Well, guys, I'm back in the scary forest, so you already know what that means. 3 actually horrifying true horror stories by Mr. Nightmare. Every time Mr. Nightmare comes with these horror stories, they're always super good and actually manage to creep me out a little bit. So we're about to go ahead and check these out. And make sure y'all turn off all y'all lights just like me. Again, the only light on is my ring light so y'all can see me, and I can't see anything past the light, so it might well just be pitch black back there. Show a lot of love to the video by dropping a like, and without further ado, let's go. Oh my goodness, he's already starting with the damn music. Story 1 by Adam. All right.
My cousin Cody and I were in our early 20s. We went on a handful of camping trips around Colorado.
Okay.
This happened, I believe, when I was 22 and he was 23, and it happened in Arapahoe Forest.
Arapahoe?
It was my first time camping there, not Cody's though. It was in the middle of the week.
So Cody a vet.
To have off days in the middle of the week, and we'd often go on our campouts then to avoid traffic and crowds.
Okay, that makes sense.
Let Cody take charge on these trips. He's the Eagle Scout, not me.
Okay.
Parked by a picnic area.
Makes sense.
And we set foot into the woods from there. After about 15 minutes of hiking deeper into the woods, we found a good spot to set up camp.
Camping can be scary, especially if you don't got a lot of people with you.
Clearing to fit 2 tents.
The more people, the better with camping, man.
The first thing we did was unpack our stuff and set up our tents. Cody has always been a lot quicker than me in pitching a tent. He does it in only a few minutes.
Water's gone.
It always takes me over 20 minutes. Or rather, it always took me over 20 minutes, as I haven't been camping out in the wilderness since this.
I bet. Whatever's about to happen.
The next thing we did was create a ring of stones for a fire.
Prediction, he'd get attacked by a bear or something.
He did bring some fire starter and a lighter, so I guess we kind of cheated. Oh well.
Hey man, forget that. I'm gonna do it too.
The sun was going down.
I ain't trying to rub sticks together.
And now Cody was grilling up some steak and burgers.
Hey!
One thing about Cody is he always went all out with the food on these trips. He's a really good cook, so I always trusted him with feeding us.
Right.
Of course, we had our bear spray in case the smell of the food would attract a black bear.
Oh my goodness.
Cody always said was very unlikely. He always says the real thing you gotta worry about in the middle of the woods is other people. As we ate our steak and burgers,
makes sense.
Cracked open some beers and had some classic rock playing on the speaker.
Okay.
If you've never been camping, you don't understand how good of a vibe moments like this are.
Oh, I have plenty of times.
Friend or family member and some beers, reminiscing about good times and vibing to music.
Minus the beer, I don't drink beer.
As it got dark, we started playing card games on this little folding platform table we brought specifically for cards.
Okay.
After playing more traditional
Poker,
card games,
spades.
we started playing Uno.
Ooh.
This was when we heard something out in the woods.
Oh no.
I paused the song on my phone so that the speaker would go silent. It was clear now. We heard a person humming and footsteps from beyond the trees in the pitch blackness of the forest.
Oh.
Cody urged me to find the flashlight. I tried, but by the time I found it, the sounds had faded away. I asked Cody if that was something to be concerned about.
The hell?
He said it definitely was unusual for someone else to be this deep in the woods, let alone creepily walking by a campsite with an active campfire humming loudly.
Right.
I was a bit shaken.
I could do that.
Cody was too. We went back to playing cards.
Y'all ain't got no blickies?
Much lower now.
What about the blicky with me?
Least expected it. A big stick landing in the middle of our campsite made us both jump out of our skin.
Oh hell no, hell no.
Fall from a tree.
Somebody playing.
Thrown at us by someone. Cody started yelling something along the lines of, "Whoever's out there messing with us, get a life and f*** off."
I'll beat your ass.
Footsteps could be heard once again in the distance. They were walking away from us.
Okay.
I said,
footsteps?
Pack up camp and move
as in multiple?
else. He said absolutely not in the dark. We both had bear spray, and he advised to just keep it next to me in my tent when we go to sleep. It was the closest thing to ranged self-defense weapons we had.
Spray the shit out of somebody.
We kept hearing sounds.
You gonna get yourself too, but hey.
In the distance. Sounds that you would
they gonna
never
get the worst of it.
An animal to be making. Someone was out there. Maybe multiple people. That much
creeping and sneaking around the damn woods, man.
Sleep eventually. So we agreed that maybe we should take turns staying up to keep watch to make sure that no one comes to our campsite and steals anything, or worse.
Okay.
Cody agreed to take first watch. He said he'd stay up and read his book. So I crawled into my tent and then my sleeping bag and went to sleep.
Oh, a nice tent.
Waking up in the middle of the night while camping is normal.
You're
in a cold outdoor environment in an uncomfortable sleeping bag. Any number of things could wake you up.
Right.
I didn't yet know what woke me up. I was still in a fog. My brain didn't feel fully woken up yet. I looked up and saw a head peering into my tent. It looked like Cody. I rubbed my eyes, but really it was the darkness that was preventing me from seeing anything of his face.
Oh no.
I said, "Cody?" thinking he was waking me up to take my turn of keeping watch. I said groggily, "Is it my turn?" I stared at the head peering at me in my sleeping bag, slowly growing more awake every second.
Right.
Then I heard the zipper to the tent quickly zip up, and his head disappeared.
Boy, I would have leaped at that head and swung
into my sleeping bag, but only for a second. I suddenly had some weird moment of clarity where I shot to an upright position and listened as the footsteps walked away. "Cody," I said. He didn't answer. I unzipped my tent to peek out to the campsite. The fire was dead.
Ooh.
Cody wasn't out there.
Oh.
I went over to Cody's tent, which was zipped up. I unzipped it and looked inside to see Cody fast asleep in his sleeping bag. I got chills, goosebumps, whatever you want to call it. I almost shit myself at the realization. I started shaking him awake.
Hell no.
Finally awoke. I told him someone's here, at the campsite. It took him a minute to come back to reality, just like I did.
Right.
But when he did, he grabbed his bear spray.
See, one thing about me, bruh, I am a light sleeper. Like, even if I'm dead asleep, if you wake me up or if I get woken up, I'm like up and I'm aware. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I'd have woke up to see that head peering in at me, I wouldn't have been all groggy like, Cody, is that you, man? Nah, I would have woke up like, who the fuck are you? Like, bro, I'd have been on it. I'm telling you, I've always been like that, bro. So hell no, dog. Ain't none of that.
He said he must have dozed off while reading.
Spray the shit out you.
He said
with
I
that
should
bear
sleep
spray.
in the tent with him tonight. But to do that, I'd need my sleeping bag. He came outside of the tent with me and stood watch as I ran to my tent to grab my sleeping bag. In my tent, grabbing my sleeping bag, I heard that goddamn humming again from outside.
Oh my gosh, people are being weird.
And Cody whispered at me to hurry up. I said, "You hear that too?" He said yes. We both got back in his tent and zipped it up, with our cans of bear spray by our sides. I tell you, in those moments, I wanted nothing more than for a bear to come and save the day. The hours dragged on as I stayed up.
Come and mess up the other dudes.
After 3 long, horrible hours, I woke him up and we switched.
Okay.
When Cody woke me up, it was almost dawn. There was light outside. So we packed everything up, and by the time we were done, there was plenty of light to hike back to the car. While we could have driven somewhere else and had another night of camping elsewhere,
nah, forget that.
Weren't feeling it anymore.
I'm going home on me.
It was a haunting experience, and I think we both just wanted to be in the safety of our houses. It's been 6 years since this happened, and he's hit me up a few times since then about camping.
And he's like, nah,
I haven't really had interest since this experience. People are just too scary. Why was someone out there stalking our campsite? And the sight of that person's head in the dark, just looking into my tent.
Right?
Straight up from a nightmare. I may never go camping again, honestly.
Damn, man. All right, yeah, that would be a real scary experience. No paranormal stuff, none of that good, none of that, you know, badness. Just another human being out there messing around, stalking the campsite, peeking up in your tent and watching you sleep. You wake up to see him looking up in you, looking dead at you. You know what I'm saying? You looking at him, he looking at you. You looking at him, look at you, look at him. Hell no, bro. I'm telling you, that bear spray would have been, hey, I'd have been quick with the bear spray. As soon as I wake up and see you. Fuck is you talking about? Hell no, man. I don't mess with none of that. But all right, we got story number 2 by Ned Kavan, or Kevin, whatever you want to say. Let go. I keep looking at my phone because I got stuff on the way. They're coming really quick.
When my friends and I rented a beach house in Florida, I never could have expected how things would have turned out. It was the 4 of us in a cramped car driving down there. The house was directly on the beach. It was on this road that had the bay in front of the house across the street, and then in the backyard was literally the beach.
Okay.
There were some huge houses on this road, and some smaller, more normal-looking ones. This was one of the more modest-looking ones.
All right.
It had 4 bedrooms, so a bedroom for each of us.
Okay, hey!
The houses were spaced out on this road.
Everybody got their own room, that's what I'm talking about.
Privacy. And the whole time we were unloading the car out front, not a single car passed by on this road. The interior of the house was decent. It wasn't spectacular, but it was modest, clean, and the owners were really pushing a beach theme with the wall decor. I guess it would make sense considering the location. There was even a decorative surfboard in one corner of the living room behind the TV. The living room looked out to the back deck, which then looked out to the beach. The view was amazing.
I'm trying to like visualize
The
that.
deck wasn't elevated very high off the ground. It was just 2 steps down and onto the sand. We all claimed our bedrooms. I managed to get one of the rooms with a view of the beach.
Hey!
First thing we did after
that's what I'm talking about.
was, of course, walking outside and laying on the beach.
Gotta get the best view.
We all went in the water at one point and then played football. We were definitely on
football
the
in the
beach
sand.
for a few hours.
Some catch action.
We seemed to be the only ones on the beach apart from this older-looking couple way down the beach. Afterwards, we went out to eat and then started bar hopping in the town area. When we Ubered back, it was dark out. We went outside on the beach to fuck around and play late-night football while we were kind of drunk.
Speaking of bar hopping, that's funny. I never knew that was like really a thing that people did. Like I thought that was like a movie thing. Like y'all really be going out and y'all will go to like 5, 6, 7, 8 bars before y'all finally settle on one, or just decide to just go home. Sounds annoying. It sounds annoying as hell.
As I was running to grab the ball after missing a catch, I noticed something in the water. The moon reflecting on the ocean was the only reason I could see it. I said, "What the fuck is that?" out loud.
Oh?
And then realized it was a person standing in the water, about waist deep.
I was about to say standing in the water, but okay.
I saw it too. It was only a little weird because of the time. It was like past midnight. But hey, if a local wants to go for a midnight swim, that's their business.
Right, true, true.
We then went to sit on the deck and drink beers for a while until we got tired. And one by one, everyone started going inside to go to sleep.
Okay.
My friend John and I were the last ones out there. I had been every once in a while glancing in the direction I saw that person before in the water, just out of curiosity. And so eventually, when I shot a glance in that direction,
it was gone.
I spotted someone standing on the beach.
Oh?
They appeared to be just standing there facing us. It was kind of creepy. Maybe a neighbor. I didn't want to be rude.
Hell no,
I wondered
bro.
if it was the same person. We tried to ignore it, but John was facing that person, and after a while, he said they were still just standing there facing us.
Bro, we would jump your
Stood
ass.
up and looked over and saw he was right. I yelled out, "Is everything okay?"
Yeah.
John asked, "Why'd you do that?" I honestly didn't know what I was expecting.
Man.
He didn't even reply anything, though.
Me and the homies?
We were officially creeped out, so we went inside.
Beat your ass.
The other two, Travis and Liam, were already in their rooms, probably knocked out from drinking.
And I know what y'all are saying. Oh, well, you don't know. This dude might have a weapon on him. Okay, but I'm assuming that if he's standing there on the beach and he was just in the water, he probably is like in swimming trunks or something. So I would assume you'd be able to see if he has something. But maybe not. Maybe he's fully clothed. Maybe he's...
So John and I decided to just call it a night too, so that we could have a full day tomorrow. If I had to guess, it was 12:30 to 1 a.m., which was honestly on the earlier side, but we were all burnt out from the long day.
Hell yeah, I feel you.
I went to my room after brushing my teeth.
We slept till like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, normally.
I looked out the window wanting to take a look to the ocean before crawling into bed. This is where the creepiness factor escalated substantially.
Oh no.
Because there was now someone standing in front of the back deck, facing the house. I felt like they were facing my window.
Hell no.
The figure of the person appeared to be male, considering the slightly larger frame.
Okay.
It was undoubtedly the same person from before. I called John's name. He didn't reply. So I ran to his room and banged on his door, telling him to come out. He came out pretty quickly, and I led him to my window to look outside.
Dude was gone?
The person was gone.
Oh my God, I knew it!
The person from earlier was just standing as still as before, right in front of our deck.
Damn!
He believed me. We weren't about to go outside and look around, though. I took one more look to make sure that they were still gone, and then I shut the blind to the bedroom window. But as I lay awake in bed, rolling from side to side, trying to sleep, I just couldn't shake the feeling that someone was still outside.
Right?
Who was that person? Why were they creeping around?
You're right to think that.
My thoughts were interrupted by the sickening sound of a fist knocking on the bedroom window.
Oh, fuck no.
I felt like my insides just shriveled up and my heart completely dropped out of my body. I laid silent and frozen. Moments later, another light set of knocks on the glass. I didn't dare lift the blind, though. I couldn't gather the courage to.
You gonna lift that blind and somebody gonna be looking you right in your face.
But I stopped myself. Instead, I ran out to the living room, screaming for everyone to wake up. Everyone, one by one, came out of their rooms. No one was at the window when we checked.
Oh my
All
gosh.
4 of us went out to the deck and turned on the lights to the deck. We looked out onto the beach and didn't see anyone. We also checked the front and sides of the house.
So where the hell?
John and I had to explain to the other two what they missed when they fell asleep. We kept the backyard lights on that night. The next day, John and I went to the 2 nearest neighbors and asked them if they had also experienced someone knocking on their windows or doors.
Okay.
One of the neighbors told us a genuinely freaky encounter he had a week earlier. Someone knocked on their door in the middle of the night, and when he asked who it was, they wouldn't answer and just kept knocking. So he didn't answer the door.
Right?
I'm not sure if it was connected, but if it was, that just makes this even scarier.
Hell yeah.
I spent the rest of the day on the beach, exploring nearby towns.
That dude had nefarious intents.
Nothing happened that night. We left the next day. I still wonder what I would have seen if I had lifted the blind.
Bro, why are people so weird, dog? Like, why? Why? But like I said, man, that's what me and my group of friends, bro. You would have either got really messed up, because we'd have rushed out there and beat your ass. Might even got shot. I don't know, bro. Like, hell no, dog. What you doing? He better have had a weapon on him. 4 of us? That's your ass. But yeah, that definitely would be scary, though. Oh my goodness. All right. Last one, story 3, anonymous.
I was 9 years old when this happened.
Oh no.
For whatever reason,
look
I was
here.
home alone one night. So I was playing video games upstairs in my room. I wasn't allowed to answer the door to anyone when I was home alone.
Facts.
Whenever I was left alone, it wasn't for long. My mom would just be out grocery shopping or something like that.
And before y'all say something, listen, I know it's bad. I know it's not a thing that you should do, but a lot of us have the same experience, bruh. There's a lot of parents out here that was single parents, but had to go and do errands or had to go to work, and you can't take your kid with you. And you might not everybody got family that can have somebody watch their kids for them. So the security that you had was, kid, I have a key. This is my house. I own this house. I have a key to this house. So you lock all these windows and all these doors, and you do not answer it for nothing. If someone knocks on the door, it is not me, because I have a key. I'll never knock on the door. You know what I'm saying? So don't answer the door, nothing for nobody. Stay your ass in this room. Again, I know that's dangerous, but you gotta get it how you live. Been in that situation plenty of time.
Playing Metroid Prime on my GameCube. I used to be obsessed with that game. I heard the house phone downstairs start to ring.
Don't answer the phone either.
Mom always told me to pick up the phone if it
okay, never mind.
was her calling.
Okay.
So I hurried downstairs, and by maybe the 4th ring, I picked up.
Mm-hmm.
The caller ID was from my mom's cell phone. She said, "Sweetie, can you come outside and help with the groceries?" I replied, "Mom?" She said back, "Yes." I felt like something sounded off with her voice.
Okay.
You obviously know your own mom's voice.
Right.
So even at such a young age, when I was questioning why it didn't sound like her, I said, "Why do you sound like that?" She replied, "Like what, sweetie?" And I hung up. My mom would never use the word sweetie like that.
Wow.
Twice in a matter of seconds.
She don't even say sweetie.
The phone
Messed
rang
up.
again, and my mom's number came up on the caller ID.
Calling from his mom's number to try to get him to come outside is fucking devious.
I was nervous.
This is diabolical.
I sat in the kitchen, waiting to see if the phone would ring a 3rd time, and it did.
I'm glad he was smart.
Before the 3rd ringing, but when I checked the caller ID, this time it was a different number.
Oh no.
I picked up, and a man's voice on the other end said, "Hey James, I know this is gonna sound weird, but it's your dad. I'm outside." All I could mutter out was a weak, "What?" The man said,
"Right?
I'm outside. I have a lot to explain." I hung up right then and there.
Nigga, no.
My dad died when I was 3. I have no memories of him.
Trying to lie.
My suspicion was in fact true, that the first voice I heard was not my mom's.
Mm-hmm.
The phone rang again, and then again after that.
Bro, watch out, man.
Each time. I couldn't even call my mom because someone clearly had her phone.
Right.
Then things took a turn for the worse when there were knocks at the front door.
Oh no.
From a someone has my mom's phone situation to a someone is outside the house situation.
Yes. Trying to get you.
Mom would not be knocking on the door. She'd have a key, obviously.
Right.
I peered around the wall of the kitchen to look at the front door. I heard a man's muffled voice on the other side saying my name. He was saying, "It's your dad."
Bro, stop talking to me.
Doorbell. And then I heard him start attempting to open the door.
Ain't no damn dad.
I did something that no 9-year-old should ever have to do.
Oh?
I was grabbing the phone and calling 911. The 911 operator asked me what I imagined to be some pretty standard questions. Most importantly, telling me to wait in a bathroom or other room with a lockable door until the police get there.
Mm-hmm.
The bathroom is on the 1st floor of the house. I hid in there with the lights off. Whoever was outside came to the window and tried pulling it open. I heard their entire struggle.
Oh!
Then they must have moved to the next window. I think they tried every window and door in the house.
Why they want him so bad?
If anything were to have been unlocked, this story would have had a very different outcome.
Yeah, it'd have been up
They
for you.
must have given up at some point before the police arrived. And I say they, because clearly there were two people involved in this.
Yeah, it was a man and a woman.
They both could have been out there for all I know. The operator told me that the police are at the front door now, and it's safe to go meet them there.
Okay.
Only when I opened the door to the police was when I hung up the phone. They did a quick investigation inside and outside of the house, and asked me where my mom was supposed to be, and if my mom knew anyone who might want to hurt us.
Hope mom didn't get in trouble for this.
I said I thought she was grocery shopping or something, and not that I know of. My mom returned home with my little sister in a panic when she saw the police cars out front. My mom's phone was stolen, which was already clear. I'm sure that our address, home phone number, and other personal information was stored somewhere on the phone.
Tried to kidnap.
So how they knew my name, I'm not exactly sure. Something
That's true.
on my mom's phone must have given it away.
Okay.
It was an old Nokia flip phone. Who stole it was a mystery. But my mom's phone background was a picture of her with my little sister and I. This could have been an indication to some disgusting, creepy couple out there that the owner of this phone was a single mom with 2 young kids.
Yeah.
They tried to use that as a way of tricking me into leaving the house.
So they can get you.
Absolutely disgusting and horrific.
Oh my
The phone
goodness.
must have been destroyed after the failed attempts at trying to lure me outside. Things were a little different after this. My mom wouldn't leave me alone anymore at night.
Hell no.
Not until I was a few years older, at least.
Shit. Okay. Dang, bro. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Whoever that couple was in the last story, they was on straight dirt, dog. I'm so glad they weren't able to get in. I'm so glad the man had the wherewithal to recognize, yo, you don't sound like my mom. Like, and my mom don't talk like that. Even though I'm 9 years old, I'm not that dumb. Click. Then dude gonna call talking about, oh, it's your dad. When his dad is dead. What? That stuff is crazy, bro. I'm just glad that he was able to get up out of there, bro. Dang, man. That's a real fear. Leaving your kids home alone. Despite what I said earlier about, don't answer the door, don't open no windows. It can still happen like that. But he was able to get up out of there. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, these were some good stories by Mr. Nightmare, man. I can't wait to hear the next ones that he comes up with. He always dropping new scary stories on the channel. So we're gonna always bring them to y'all. Make sure y'all show a lot of love to the video, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, we are up out of this thing, y'all. This is your boy Dairu, we signing out. Hey.